In 2013, I had zero self-control around a trading screen. I'd see a red candle, panic sell, see a breakout, chase it. Every impulse that fired in my brain, I obeyed. I didn't have the steel discipline everyone talks about. Yet, I haven't blown a trading account since 2013. Why? Because I stopped trying to fix my personality and started engineering around it. Now, here's the discovery. 90% of your bad trades are not caused by a lack of discipline. They are executed by a biological back-end code that hijacks your brain in exactly 3 seconds. You are not lazy. You are not weak. You are human, running an ancient survival software in a modern market. In this video, I'm going to show you how to delete that code. I'll walk you through the 3-step survival script override that I use. It is the trading system that lets me trade perfectly, even when I have absolutely no willpower. To understand why you keep breaking your trading rules, think of your brain like a smartphone running 2 operating systems. The first is your conscious app. This is the logical part, the part that calculates risk and writes down the trading rules. But underneath, there is the back-end code, the survival firmware installed in your brain for thousands of years. When this back-end code detects a threat, it treats every trading loss like a threat. It doesn't ask for permission to take over. It just does. I learned this in late 2013. I had just blown up my first trading account in under 3 months, down 92%. Sitting at my desk, a heavy, cold resignation washed over me. My internal thoughts were brutal. I'm not cut out for this. And people have the trader's temperament, but I don't. I knew I was supposed to be disciplined. But in that moment, telling me to be disciplined was like asking someone to solve a complex calculation whilst their house is on fire. Your brain redirects blood away from your thinking centers. It narrows your focus. It shuts down the part of you that knows the trading rules. This is not weakness. This is biological design. I wasn't losing because I was stupid. I was losing because I was human. Here is how a trading beginner thinks after a loss. What is wrong with me? I knew the plan. I wrote it down. I studied it, and I still clicked the button. I must just be weak. But a professional trader thinks like this. My logic brain went offline because my survival brain detected a threat. The same thing would happen to anyone. This is not a character flaw. It's a design flaw. Now I need to engineer around it. That moment changed everything. I stopped asking, why am I so weak? I started asking, how do I build a system that works even when my brain is compromised? The answer starts with a chemical override diagnosis. Step 1, recognize the trigger. What specific event fired up your survival brain? A profit or loss drop? Being stopped out? Step 2, map the physical response. Your heart rate spiked, your jaw clenched, tunnel vision. These are cortisol symptoms. Step 3, label it out loud. See, this is cortisol that is suppressing my logic. Now, why does labeling work? Because naming an emotion physically engages your prefrontal cortex, the thinking brain, dampens the fear response. This is not meditation advice. It is neuroscience. But here is the fail point. Judging the emotion. Saying, I'm so stupid, doesn't help. But saying, I'm experiencing a stress response, does. Once you identify the override in real time, you stop hating yourself. You see it as data. And data can be engineered around. But you have much less time to intervene than you think. Imagine your brain is an aeroplane cockpit. You are the captain, the logic, or reason. But your co-pilot is survival. And survival has one job. Grab the controls the instant anything looks dangerous. When a red warning light flashes, survival does not consult you. He grabs the stick. In trading, you have approximately 3 seconds between seeing a loss and survival grabbing your controls. I call this the hijack window. After 3 seconds, you are a passenger watching your body execute code that you did not choose. I validated this window in 2013 whilst I was day trading. I was watching a 1-minute chart, and price had just hit my stop loss for a significant loss. Here's the typical timeline. Second 1, a red number appears. Second 2, my heart rate spikes, my stomach drops. Second 3, my hand reaches for the phone to check the chart. By second 10, I had opened a revenge trade. I hadn't decided to do that. The decision happened in the silence between second 2 and second 3. That revenge trade lost. I doubled down. Same pattern, loss. Phone, trade, bigger loss. I repeated this until I lost 55% of my account in a single month. That is the cost of letting the survival fly the plane. Right, I lost money. But this is stupid. The market is clearly oversold now. If I just get back in right here with a bigger position, I can make it back in one trade. I'm not being emotional, I'm being logical. But the pro trader thinks, I just saw my heart rate spike. My hand is reaching for my phone. This is the hijack starting. I have 3 seconds. I need to stand up, walk away from the screen right now. Any trade idea I have in the next hour is contaminated. If you try to stop at second 10, it's too late. The code is running. You must intervene inside the window. Here's the 3-second hijack window framework. Step 1, recognition. That is second 1. Notice the physical jolt, the hit in your chest. This is your warning system. Step 2, pattern interrupt. Second 2. Do something physical that shocks your nervous system. Stand up fast. Say stop. Step 3, distance creation. The pause. Physically walk away. Leave the room. Now, why does this work? Physical movement forces blood flow back to your muscles and brain, interrupting the cortisol loop. You can't be in panic mode and walking calmly at the same time. The fail point is staying seated. Visual fixation on the profit and loss maintains the hijack. You cannot think your way out while staring at the trigger. Preventing that hijack is critical. But why does your brain get hijacked? Is it strategy, sizing, or trading discipline? I built a free 3-minute diagnostic quiz based on my costliest mistakes to help you find out. It pinpoints your specific trading blind spot so that you stop guessing and start engineering. Click the link in the description to get your diagnosis. Sometimes 3 seconds isn't enough. The best way to win is to never let the fight start. Think of a vending machine. It doesn't have bad days. It doesn't get greedy. It doesn't revenge trade. It is inputs in, outputs out. To beat your backend code, you need to become like a vending machine using a pre-commitment architecture. Here's the core idea. Your calm, logical morning self makes all the trading decisions, and your stressed market hour self does not get a vote. In 2019, shortly after implementing my end-of-day strategy, I saw a perfect setup on the Australian dollar Japanese yen. My gut screamed, buy, and I felt the rush. But rule number 1 was clear. No trading decisions after my morning analysis. I looked at the chart. I felt the urge, but I literally could not trade. I had already logged out. I didn't take the trade. That trade immediately reversed. My gut wanted to lose money, but my architecture saved me. 𝒊𝒐𝒂𝒎𝒑, a market wizard, said, everybody gets what they want from the market. His point? Most traders say they want profits, but their behavior reveals they want excitement. 𝒊𝒐𝒂𝒎𝒑 built mechanical trading systems specifically to remove his own judgment. He knew his psychology would sabotage him. You are responsible for ensuring that your emotions cannot touch your money. And here is the pre-commitment architecture framework for this. Step 1, the morning setup. Analyze your charts when you are calm. calculate your trade size, and write down the exact plan. Step 2, order placement. Set pending orders with hard stop losses and hard targets. No mental stops. Everything should be locked in. Step 3, the lockout. Close your trading platform, disable the notifications, and vanish until the next morning. This works because it eliminates decision fatigue. Every decision during market hours drains your prefrontal cortex. By afternoon, you are running on fumes. But pre-commitment means there are no decisions left to make. But you might think, what if I miss opportunities? Let's do the calculation. Missing one good trade per week is maybe 2 hours of opportunity. That's roughly 8 hours per month. But how much did you lose last month to revenge trades and FOMO? For most traders, it's 10 hours or more. Look at the numbers. You are not locking yourself out to limit upside. You are locking yourself out to eliminate the downside. The architecture does not slow you down. It stops you from bleeding out. But even with the perfect architecture, sometimes you will take a loss. And this is the most dangerous moment. After a trading loss, you might feel calm. You might feel ready to audit the trade. You are lying to yourself. Cortisol impairment is like alcohol impairment. The more impaired you are, the less you realize it. You are a drunk driver who believes you are sober. I lost 11% of my account in early 2019 before accepting this. The pattern was always the same. Take a loss, feel fine, enter another trade, lose again. I kept asking, am I calm enough? My cortisol-flooded brain always answered yes. So I implemented a mandatory rule, a 24-hour break after every win or loss. Shortly after I took a loss, shortly after I took another loss. The urge hit immediately. My hand reached out for my phone, but the rule was absolute. I put the phone down. In the 5 minutes it took to cool down, I realized the new trade idea was rubbish. It wasn't logic. It was my back-end code trying to recover. I didn't need willpower. I needed friction. You cannot trust your post-loss brain. You have to quarantine it. Here's the biological reset process. Step 1, the trigger. If any trade closes, win or loss, the process activates. Step 2, the action. Close all trading platforms immediately. Step 3, the quarantine. A mandatory 24-hour lockout. No analysis, no new trades. It takes roughly 24 hours for cortisol to normalize after a survival response. Your brain needs time to reset. But this won't work if you think, this setup is too good to miss. That thought is the intoxication. If you are worried about slow growth, 1 trade per day, 5 days a week is 20 trades a month. At 1% risk and 2-hour target, a 40% win rate yields positive expectancy. Let's walk through that. 40% win rate means 8 wins and 12 losses. 8 wins at 2 hour means 16 hour gained. 12 losses at 1 hour equals 12 hour lost. Net result, 4 hour profit per month. You don't need more trades. You need better trades. The quarantine does not slow you down. It stops you from draining your trading account. So we covered the biology of the hijack, but a biological upgrade needs a physical cage. I mentioned a vending machine. This next video gives you the TLS veto filter that I used to build it. It's the specific checklist that makes trading discipline irrelevant. Check it out and see you in that video.